First step is importing JU TPS. Go to the package manager and press import. A window will appear warning about the project settings. Remember to press import the project settings. After importing the package, this thank you window will appear. It has some useful options like open the online documentation, send email to support, join Discord community and install add-ins. You can play the demo scenes and see how each thing works. But let's start from a completely empty scene. This character will be the player. I downloaded it for free from the Mixama. Before we start using the JU TPS, let's change the character's rig to humanoid, so that all animations are retargeted to that character. Drag and drop the character in the scene. Select the character and click on this option. So the setup will be done with just one click. Go to the camera prefabs folder and place the third-person camera prefab in the scene. With these few steps, our player is already working, and he can walk, run, jump, roll, and crouch. You can also adjust the camera controller parameters to change the position if you don't like it. I recommend looking at the character controller options. It might improve your project. Most parameters are self-descriptive, but I'll explain the main ones. The locomotion mode option will define the way the controller works. You can leave the movement free, always facing forward, and a mix of the two options, which is the classic mode. The root motion option will set the physical velocity based on the animation. This means that the character's speed will be faithful to the root motion of the current animation. If you turn root motion off, the movement will be smooth and not as faithful to the animation. You choose which type best fits your project. The curved movement option makes the character walk in curves, rotating in the desired direction. If you turn this option off, the character will move directly in desired direction without movement curves. The set rigid body velocity option. Control the velocity of the rigid body. This means the controller will have the physics limited. Functions like add force will not work while the character is on the ground. The parameter in air control force is the force that the character will move while not on the ground. To explore other options, let's click on this option and activate gizmos. In this tab, you can adjust the size of the ground check. In this tab, you can adjust the sensor of the walls. If this red line detects a wall, the character will stop moving against the wall. The auto step up system affects character position to climb stairs. It prevents the friction break the capsule collider while climbing. I recommend setting the up step speed to maximum. The forward offset must be greater than capsule collider radius. If you activate the punches in this option, you will see that the character plays in the punch animations but will not deal damage to the enemy. For that, we will create hitboxes. Select the character and click on Setup Character Hitboxes. You can adjust the size and position of each hitbox to best suit your purpose. I'm going to put a zombie prefab to test if it takes damage. But if we add a UI prefab, we will see that the player is not taking any damage. That's because he doesn't have a JU health component. After adding it, you will see that the bar turned green.
Woo!
Now let's add a weapon to the character. Find the character's right hand bone and place the weapon prefab inside it. Adjust the weapon rotation and position like this. Each item you add, you must go to the inventory and click on Setup Items. It is now possible to equip the weapon from the inventory, but it's also possible to switch items quickly using the keyboard or mouse by adding an item switch manager to your player. If the weapon rotation is still weird, you can pause and adjust the rotation, copy the transform, exit play mode and paste the changes. Note that the information on the screen is not correct, and in the console a warning message about the input manager. This means that you need to do a quick scene setup. You can delete this default camera controller, and now it's working perfectly.